mainstream news media is not mentioned as it should be mentioned. All right, because that's a whole country. All right, they are Israelites down there, right? But that's a whole country that's collapsed economically, and so they've been experiencing super or hyperinflation for some years. Couldn't afford nothing. Jobs was gone. The U.S. trying to overthrow the elected president Maduro. See, so they experienced it down there, and then you had it where this so-called how they word given. Um, they say Yemen has the worst. They say Yemen has the worst case of starvation in the whole world. Which you have these fucking these guys in Saudi Arabia, right? They've been bombing Yemen without cause, man. So Yemen been experiencing famine for quite some time. All right, a war is going on that you don't even fucking know why it's going on. All right, just a bunch of fucking devils, man. Just how the fuck can you just bomb some country that hasn't done anything aggressive towards you? All right, they don't have no kind of fucking excuse my French right now, but it pissed me off, man. That's Esau, man. Esau prey upon the weak, man. All right, but there's a country that haven't done anything to Esau, all right? But yet Esau, I found within his schedule bombing time to bomb the people of Yemen, all right? And they had the nerve to speak out against us, man. All right, but anyways, so with the bombing of and it's really the U.S. indirectly is bombing Yemen. And when I say indirectly, because they know that Saudi Arabia, which is behind the 9/11, right? Saudi Arabia is the biggest receiver of U.S. arms. All right, so U.S. arms sales go to Saudi Arabia annually, right? And the missiles that Saudi Arabia obtain or buy from the U.S. is all being used towards going over in Yemen and bombing them. All right, the people over in Yemen, you got little small children and adults, whether they older or younger adults, they're dying of starvation, man. All right, they're dying of starvation. And there's always some false pretenses that these devils come up with to justify them going to these lands, man. All right. Then you have it where over in Syria, they're going through a famine because of the U.S. and NATO bombing them for many years. So it's created a famine over there. Man, you got tens of millions of migrants, man. Tens of millions of migrants, man, because of U.S. and NATO bombing. They don't have no food, no shelter. All right, no food, no shelter. So what they left to do? They got to survive the best way they know how. All right, but all this bombing campaign that the U.S. and NATO been on has caused a famine. All right, in Afghanistan. Now they on famine. 20 years of bombing. 20 years, man. So this famine It's going on right here in Babylon. You got the shipping container situation out there on the East Coast and West Coast, mainly the West Coast, which is the biggest deal of all. All right, but you have shipping containers. They are not being unloaded. All right, on top of this global pandemic has caused a famine too. So this famine, I'm going to bring up, right? This famine is brewing, even right here in Babylon. All right? Over 40 million people go to bed every night starving. All right? So let's address this scriptures. Let's go. This out. Maybe one second, grab this precept. There's a few of them to grab. And that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on right now. Right family, please. Let's go to Mark 13 and 8. It says, "For nations shall rise." This is in red too. If you have a red letter Bible, which when this is red, it's the Lord speaking. Yahweh Shah. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows." So right now, what do we see happening? The beginning of sorrows. And they mentioned famines, right? Which I just named, probably a handful of them, half a dozen of them. And these are the signs that Yahweh Shai gave, all right? That it'll be famines, all right? One of them being that it'll be famines. And as a result of that, you have people, people are not being able to find their common goods on the shelves of stores, right? Most of the news media, right? Even though like mainstream news media, what have you, underground news media, whatever, they are showing you how your local stores are looking. Okay. Now, it's all done by design, all right? And we know that who's behind it, but you gotta understand too that that's the left-hand side of the Most High working. Okay? Ain't nothing done by coincidence. All right, as far as when you come down to what these Edomites do, it's not by coincidence. Well, what's going on is that this whole what you know about it, this whole one world government, one world order. That's what's going on. It's all geared to cause the people to submit. Submit to the will of the elites of Esau, which they would have, I wouldn't necessarily say will, but this is what they. Well, I just said so you understand, by the way, but this is what they want. All right, they want everyone to submit to their one world order, and ultimately to be chipped. See? Because you gotta think about it. When this famine really, really hits in a way it's gonna cause more people to be taking one another's lives over food, which I'm gonna get that too. Second Ezra 15 chapter, man. That gotta come out, you know. But when it causes everyone to be desperate for food, water, and shelter, that's when you'll have a real breakdown of society. All right, because that's what's going on. You're watching this society break down, not building up, break down. This whole Build Back Better that Sleepy Joe Biden is talking about, that's nonsense. When are you gonna build back better? You can't build America back better. It's over, man. It's finished, man. Get your last rides on the merry-go-round. You know, go to Six Flags, Disney World. Get your tickets, go see it for the last time. All right, because that shit's coming to an end, right? Well, anyways, you know, this famine is going on as a result of prophecy, which the famine are a part of prophecy. All right, so when you can't get your basic goods, because right now you have rare goods, you have some goods that you normally will buy, you can't buy them, but now it's becoming real scarce because, and I say for several months now, I'll say almost a year now, where they was able to go and replenish the shelves. Because at one point when the pandemic hit, 2020 summer, by the summertime, stores couldn't keep up that much. Then you had a moment where trucks came. You had a moment where trucks came and the stores got their goods and they were able to replenish their shelves. But then, all right, you had it to where that lasted maybe, I'll say, I'm just roughly estimating, I say roughly 9 months. And now it's come to the point where you go in the stores now, because I'm a morning shopper, all right? I'm a morning shopper. I like to go to the store in the morning time because the best time to get your goods before everybody else get there is the morning time. But what happened now is that the shelves you see will be replenished overnight. It's no longer happening. The water aisle is thin. Tissue aisles is thin. The meat aisles is thin. Butcher shops run out of meat because people buying in excess, storing up, stocking up food. You know, deep freezer packed out, refrigerator packed out. Top of the refrigerator, the freezer part packed out. Some people got 2 and 3 deep freezers. Okay, so pretty much, you know, people are buying food out of fear. That's what's going on. You know, people are buying food out of fear because they don't want to wake up the next morning and not be able to buy their produce, man. All right. It's gonna goddamn cause an even greater uproar. All right. Now let's go to 2 Ezra 15. Second Ezra 15. Let me start at the top. Let me jump down a bit. Second Ezra 15:1, it says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." So we are to speak in the ears of the Lord's people, which are the Israelites, the so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos, so-called Negroes. All right, we're the Lord's people. All right, we're supposed to speak in the ears of them the words of prophecy. All right, and that's what I'm talking about right now, prophecy. All right, Verse 2, it caused them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Hey, prophecies within this book are faithful and true. You can't get no prophecy out of the Quran. Right? You can't get no prophecy out of the Quran. What other book is showing you prophecy? Something that was said before and then it happened. What book is living? The only living book in this world is the Bible. And the only people that have an understanding of the Bible in its entirety is the Israelites. All right? Verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Incredulity means unbelief. Are you unbelieving Israelites? Don't let their unbelieving or unbelief distract you or cause you to be feeble in mind. That's on them, all right? Because this is the judgment for that, right? For you unbelieving Israelites. Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. That's all you wicked Israelites out in the world. You don't want to come back to your house, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness, man. All right? That's plenty of proof on that. Plenty of proof of how you're unfaithful to the Most High. All right? Now, I'll speak about the famine. Let's jump down to verse 14. It says, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So woe to the world and them that dwell therein. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So this is what's getting ready to take place right here. All right. And to be to be exact with you Israelites out there. He's gonna take the spirit of the Most High to rouse you jakes up, man. Because these Edomites are prepared, man. It says one people should stand up and fight against another. Now Jake known to get wild, man. Right? He's gonna take the spirit of the Most High to be upon you, jakes, and rouse up. Because these Edomites ready, man. Right, what y'all been doing for a while? The Edomites ready for his race war, especially. Let me tell you something. Now I had left something at work. This ain't been 24 hours ago, right? Check this out. Yo, I left something at work, and it was something important. So I had called my supervisor, and actually he grabbed it for me and beat me somewhere because he lived he lived the next town over, which is not far at all. These little towns, since around here, small as shit, so he probably lived about 15 minutes away from me. So he said, you know what? Just come on over to my place, and I'll have it for you here. So hey, while you heard my shout for the brothers that told me you gotta learn how to be fake. Learn how to be fake and phony with these Edomites. Yeah, and that's true. He said you gotta learn how to be fake and phony with Edomites. But my boss so comfortable with me, my supervisor, whatever. He said, "Come over to my house and I'm going to you there." So I go over there, right? I'm sitting over there. Well, I'm not sitting like I go over here. And And in my mind, I'm like, he got some shit to show me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know. Like, see, I know how these Edomites work, man. They take a long while to warm up to you, but when they do, they'll show you everything they got. Well, yeah, pretty much. Now dig this. Soon I get in there, right? I ain't gonna tell this story real short. Get back to the scriptures. But soon I get in there, right? He got everything for survival, all right, in his garage / other half of his man cave. Now, this is the reason why I say Jake's ain't ready. When he opened up, he had a big safe there. He had a big safe. He got like 3 or 4 other locked up tall little what you call them shit? You call them the metal little doors with the metal things like little tall, got 2 doors on it. You can hang up shit in there. Got a couple shelves in there. But he had about 3 or 4 of those, full of guns, full of ammo. This man make his own gun. He pick his own ammo. And I was like, Jake ain't ready for this shit, you know, because Jake don't know. They don't know how to go out on the streets. You know, as far as overall, they don't know how to shoot unless they go to the military or unless you go. You know, I go out. You know, every once in a blue moon, I'll go out. You know, hit some targets on. You know, I got cousins out in the country and shit. But Jake in the hood, shit, man. Jake ain't got nothing like that. This man he got targets out there. He got fucking right. He got snipers. This guy got snipers. He got all kind of. He got like 3 or 4, you know, AK-47s and all kind of shit. AR-15s. Now I know that we're going to win this war. You know what I'm saying? I know overall we're going to overcome defeats as far as us faithful Israelites, right? I'm making this point because all the shit he had, I was like, yo, he could have a fucking small army of neighbors. So out there in the country parts, your neighbors are few, far and wide. You may have like 5 houses right here, 6 houses, way down the ways from each other. Then the next group of houses will be down the road, so a long way down the road. So you may have another 6 houses. So y'all got your own space, you know. But what it showed me is that so you get the point of it. What it showed me is that these Edomites are prepared. They are prepared for this race war. He has survival food, shit that's non-perishable food. All right? Jake ain't got shit like that. You know? That's why I said, the scriptures even say that it speaks about Judah as a couching lion. It was an old couching lion. Genesis 49 says there's an old couching lion who should rouse him up. The Most High got to rouse up Jake because Jake ain't ready, man. All right? Now, you know, we know that the Most High going to raise up, you know, the standard, which is giving his men spiritual powers. All right, he's going to give certain of his men spiritual powers. All right, but I look at all these movements and all these, you know, so-called woke movements. I'm saying to myself, like, you don't understand what we're up against. All right, you don't understand. It's going to take Yahweh Shai to come to defeat Esau. We can't defeat Esau, all right? Carnally, all right? Can't defeat him carnally. That's his blessing. Our blessings are things of the spirit. Now we are physically stronger than Esau, but when Esau's blessing was a sword, let me tell you something. That story I just said, you better believe Esau gets into that sword, all right? So when this Jacob versus Esau, the Edomites will be ready. All right, so all you Jakes out there like to kill your own people. Let's see what you do when the Edomites open up on you, man. I got bear guns. You ever seen a fucking bear gun? You ever seen a fucking 50 cal, a real 50 cal in person? I seen that shit. You get all that shit, man. What you Jakes out there got, man? Again, that's not our blessing. I looked, I'm like, God damn. You know. Look at this, I'm like, look at this shit. You know, this dude was giving me, his, my schoolmaster was giving me his, he was like, man, look here you go. Showing the whole motherfucker's like, I'm like, shit, man. This motherfucker he got fucking everything, man. And he Drake's out there talking shit. Like, you know, got that, Jake got that, Pastor Troy spirit, the we ready spirit. He ready for a motherfucking thing. I'm trying to tell you, man. Let me finish. Let me get back to scripture, man. I'm babbling too much, man. I just want to make that point because, this dude, he ain't the only Edomite like that. I don't know all Edomite. I just know him because he's my supervisor. But I know Edomites roll like that. Because when I was a little boy, go out with my, my grandparents had horses and shit. All right? And we just go up there. I see Edomites and shit. Old Edomites, they like to keep his shotguns and shit. Rifles. They have a whole collection of shotguns and rifles. So I do this as a little boy, man. I ain't just grew up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? I know a little bit about the country life too. The country in the rural areas. For the sword and the instruction, I'm still in 2nd Ezra 15 to 15. For the sword and the instruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard, sedition, when you look up sedition, it literally means violent strife. Okay? Violent strife, because once the famine hits really hard, well, if you don't have no food, but you have weapons, what you gonna do? You're gonna use that weapon, all right, to try and get some food, all right? All right, you're gonna use those weapons to try and get some food by any means. Why? You want to survive. You want to be able to eat. You don't want to starve to death. That's a long, painful death, man. Starving to death, man. Just imagine just starving. Then you just stomach just, that's a gut wrenching feeling right there, you know. And that's pretty much what's going to happen, man. It says they should not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions, still stand in their power. So that's a government structure, you know. That's going to break down, right? That's going to break down. You're not going to have, your federal government, local, state government, city government, law enforcement. All that shit's going to break down. What you're going to have out here is martial law. You're going to have martial law. You're going to have military posts, all right, set up. Matter of fact, it speaks about that. Hold on. Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city, it should not be able. So, what's going to cause you not to be able to go into a city? Well, you're going to have a military post set up to where what? The military, right? The actual military is going to be guarding the exit and entryways to the city. See? And they're going to be giving orders, right? For who to let in and who not to let in. So what are you going to do? You can't get in, you know? If you can't get in there, you can't get out. What are you going to do? Those are in, they're gonna stay in. Those are out, they're gonna be out. Unless you find a underground way to get in. All right, it's a safe route. Through the underground to get in. But this is gonna happen, man. As a matter of fact, they show you that shit. Oh man, they show you that. Man, I forget the man. I can't even think of the movie. I know there's a movie I was watched like that. But anyways, continuing on. Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right. So, for men gonna be afraid, you women ain't got a chance. Okay, let's leave it at that. Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So this is going to happen because of what? Lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right. That's why I said that when that famine hits hard and when you can really feel it, that's when these things are going to take place, man. See, right now it's not happening. Right now it's not taking place, but when it takes place, you're going to know it because you're going to be right in the midst of it. All right. Jacob's time of trouble, which is a time of trouble for all you so-called Negroes, all you so-called Latinos, all you so-called Native Americans. Your time of trouble, all right, what you should speak of, all right, it's going to be like none other day in history. Because your time of trouble is going to be so vast with evils, man. So if you don't know Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, if you don't believe and trust in Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, what are you going to do, man? You're going to be lost out here, man. Not knowing which way to turn, not knowing which way to go. You don't know how to survive. You don't know how to fucking do anything. You don't know anything about the land. You don't know anything about purifying water. You don't know about what greens you can eat, what not to eat. I was watching, I know how to survive to an extent, right? Meaning I'm not an expert. But believe you me, I'm not bragging or boasting, but believe you me, I watch, man. I watched the fucking Edomite on YouTube, and he had built himself a shelter out of the fucking trees and using bamboo, it wasn't bamboo, but weed stems from like bushes and shit. He made a fucking whole underground little lodge, basically. Basically, he made a man cave, lodge in, out of using tree limbs. He used tree limbs. He used, like I said, bushel little stems. He used leaves. He used he had a whole kit of